So, have you been struggling to find blueprints since the expedition? Well, I have the perfect loot run for you. I farmed over 10 blueprints in 2 runs by doing this one simple trick. So every day from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock EU time, and then from 6 AM to 7 AM, we have 2 locked gate events on the blue gate map that you're going to need to get in to farm these blueprints. The locked gate event is probably one of the best ways if you want to farm up blueprints, and the Bobcat blueprint is well known for spawning in this event. So for the locked gate event, you're going to have to find 4 security keys that will be located in 4 different locations throughout the map to be able to open up the gate. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to find blueprints outside of the locked gate. You can definitely find some really good blueprints on the outskirts in different locations on the blue gate event. But you're going to find the best ones down in the locked gate. Now, when you're playing solos, it can be super hard to get in here and get some decent loot, especially if you're in a PvP lobby where everybody is just trying to challenge each other to get in there and get the loot. But throughout this video, I'm going to give you a couple of tips how to find the keys quick and how to get in and actually get some decent loot in the locked gate event. So what I would definitely recommend doing is making your way towards the gate control room, which is just outside the warehouse complex. Once you make your way over here, you can see how many keys have been found. Now, I have Pilgrim's Peak key on me, which I brought out of a previous raid that someone had dropped on the floor, which we had already unlocked the room. So people are known for bringing keys out, getting all 4 keys, going into the event, opening the door and then running straight in. I would definitely recommend not being this type of person, because there's been many times where I've been sitting in a raid for like 30 minutes waiting to see if someone found the key. No one has found the key. And there you go, we've just found our first blueprint, and we have indeed gotten the Bobcat, which we already have. Bobcat is really well known on this event. You just need to be looting up like absolutely everything. You open like one container, you're more than likely going to find the Bobcat, inside or outside the locked gate. So in this raid, you're going to have a full 40 minutes to get in, find whatever blueprints you need to find all the keys, open up the gates. But from doing this raid a good few times, what I found is that the gates will indeed get opened in the first 5 to 10 minutes. So from here, I'm going to make my way up to the gate control room just to see if anybody has gotten any more security codes. So once you get up around this area, you got to be careful, as there is a good few rocketeers roaming around here. So we're just going to make our way into the building, put in the codes that we have if they already haven't been put in, and then we're also going to check the other ones to see if anyone has put in any other codes. You're definitely going to need a good few stims on this for this run. I'd recommend bringing anywhere 10 to 15 stims, because the key is once that outer gate opens, you're going to need to try get in there as quick as possible. So when I put in the key there, that alarm went off, and that was actually the last key that needed to be put in. So now we need to get into the outer gate as quick as possible to get some good loot. So we're going to get some stims into us and make our way down towards the gate. Knowing this area down here is going to be super beneficial to you, because getting to the best loot spots first is going to get you a higher chance of getting better blueprints. Now, if you follow my exact route, you will indeed make your way towards maintenance, and then we're going to go straight back over towards security. I think this is one of the best ways to go, as we do get into both of these locations first. But this is all dependent on the raid you're in and how many people are waiting outside the door to get in. Just make sure you're bringing enough stims so you're not running out of stamina and people are just running straight by you to go and get the good loot. If there is a few lootable containers on the way, I will be definitely hitting them up, just in case there is some blueprints hidden away. You should really only be killing the Ark if they are going to be a problem for you. I wouldn't be wasting my time shooting at any Ark or trying to kill the Ark down here. You need to be just going for containers only. So we're going to be making our way up here into this little room where there's a couple of red containers, and there's also this little computer that we can activate and go get some loot from it. When I'm really going for blueprints, I like to get into PvE friendly raids by spending a good few raids not doing any PvP, so that I can get thrown into PvE friendly raids. PvP aggression matchmaking has 100% been confirmed by the dev, so if you want to try it yourselves, if you're in the mood to just get into a friendly server, all you got to do is spend maybe 10 raids not fighting anybody. So we're going to first off hit up this computer to get some loot, and then we're going to make our way over towards the security wing. Alright, so we got the colour red, so all we have to do is follow the red colours on the wall and make our way up here and get a little bit of loot. First off, we gotta loot all the containers beneath here, as just in case there might be some blueprints hidden away. So the security wing and the maintenance wing are both of the main areas down here. They're going to have the most loot. Security wing is definitely one of the best places to get to. If you can get to there first, be my guest and go over there and then make your way over here to the maintenance wing. But you really do just want to be looting absolutely everything down here, because all the blueprints are going to be randomized throughout this area. The key is just to get in and loot as much as possible. So doing a few test runs yourself when the event isn't on will definitely help you down here in this area. Learning where all the containers spawn, where all of the weapon cases spawn, ammo bags spawn, learning all of that is definitely going to be very beneficial for you when you're doing these blueprint runs. So now that we have this side somewhat cleared out, there is a couple of more spots here that we could be looting, but I really want to make my way over towards the security wing. We are still pretty early in this raid. It's only been 10 minutes in. There's still another 28 minutes left, so we can get over there and loot it up as much as we can. This locked gate event is definitely one of the best ways for farming blueprints at the moment. The only downside to it is it only comes on 2 times a day. So the one room that I'm going to be going for here straight away is the breachable room. When you come up the stairs at the back, there is a room that you can breach open, and there is a weapon case in there and a bunch of containers. There's also 2 security breaches in there that you can be opened as well. Don't forget, there also is a locked door here just before you go into the security wing. If you have a key for it, definitely bring it with you, because there's a lot of times I've been doing this event and the door has never been open. So if you have the key for that, there could be blueprints hidden away in there for you as well. So we're going to make our way up the stairs here and get into the first breachable room. One thing to note that there is so many different containers in this area that you really need to know where you're going to be able to get the chance to open them before anyone else does. But in this run I do get to a good few of them first, so make sure you're following this exact route. So we do have another player here with us. It's actually all good. I don't even care. The fact that we got over here quick enough to be able to get into this room without it being looted is very good. So even on a normal raid, this is one of the best rooms in this area, so make sure you're getting into this room and looting it up. So I'm currently sitting at 50 blueprints. How have you guys been getting on with blueprints since the expedition? It definitely feels a lot easier to collect them, but there is a few that I've been struggling to find that I would have already found by now. Attachments definitely feel way more common now than weapons. Weapons have been a little bit hard to find. Like, I literally only found a Bettina blueprint yesterday. Another blueprint in the bag. This guy didn't actually loot the second container, which we were lucky enough to go and loot it. And we did indeed pull out a blueprint out of it. So there is another interactable computer here in this room, and there also is a locked door as well. But sometimes the batteries do not spawn for the locked door, and I actually couldn't find them this time. But if you can get into that locked room as well, you're going to be in a chance to find some really good loot. There is a lot of containers in that room, and there also is a weapon case in there. So I'm going to make my way upstairs to loot this other container that we've gotten from the computer. And there is one more little area that we're going to follow down where I know where there's a good few containers that not a lot of people tend to go to. Not only did we get a Bobcat blueprint this run, we also got a Bobcat as well. Very, very nice. There is indeed a few more containers upstairs in this area that we're also going to loot, and then we're going to make our way downstairs, and I'm going to show you a really nice spot for some hidden blueprints. I'd love to hear what the most amount of blueprints you have ever pulled out in one raid. I think this might have been the most for me. 6 blueprints in one raid is really, really good. Like, even if you already have the blueprints that you're pulling out, you're still going to sell them for 5k a blueprint. There isn't much items in the game worth 5k. There really isn't. And to be able to pull out like 4 or 5 blueprints from one raid, even if you already have it, that's like 20, 30k alone. We only have another 2 weeks of this cold snap event as well. So just in case they do remove the locked gate event, I would definitely recommend trying to get in to this event as much as possible, because you never know if they're going to change it when that next update comes. I'm pretty sure we're getting a new map as well, so you never know, all these events could be changed. So you can see here I'm checking if the batteries spawn on the wall so we can get that red room opened, but they haven't spawned for me. This is a really good room. If the batteries are on the wall, I would definitely recommend bringing them over and putting them in, as it is a really good loot room. Now we're going to make our way down to the very bottom of this hallway, loot up a few containers, and then we're going to make our way back out. Another Bobcat blueprint in the bag. That will be 10k for me. I will be selling the both of these as soon as I get out. So once again, just make sure you're looting absolutely everything. Bins, containers, everything that's lootable, make sure you're looting it. So with the locked gate event, there actually is only one way in and out, and that is the main gate. The main gate is the only way in and out. So not a lot of people come down to the end of these hallways, because they tend to get lost because there's just no way of getting out. Like usually there is a way down here that I can get out. I can take a zip line up and get out. But not a lot of people come all the way down here into these little areas because they think that they can't get out. But they're forgetting that there's loads of containers down here that do contain blueprints. So as you can see, I got to most of these areas first, got to loot up most of the containers first. There was literally one guy back there. That's because I have done this run loads of times, not just in this event. I have come down here loads and loads of times, so I know this area pretty well. And that is the best advice I can give you if you're going to be trying to do a similar run. It's just trying to learn this underground area by doing runs. And if you have gear fair, just go in on the free loadout. Drop down one of the elevators and just run around and get to know the area. It's the best thing to do, to be honest. So there you have it. 6 blueprints, 12 minutes. That is absolutely fantastic. That is really, really good blueprint farming. Also pulled out a Bobcat as well, which is always good. So now all you're going to need to do is extract. Now, if you want, you can actually still run around to all the other locations. If you've only pulled out like 1 or 2 blueprints, you can go to different locations on the map and just loot them up. But more than likely, they're going to be looted by this. By this late in the raid, they're more than likely going to be looted up. So all I got to do now is go extract, and then I'm going to show you the next raid where I pull out another 4 blueprints in that raid on the exact same map. So the really good thing about doing this event is that you don't actually always need to get into the locked gate to find your blueprints. Like, I'm running around here to different locations. We start off in the village, I make my way over to the ancient fort, and I end up finding 4 blueprints by just looking for the keys alone to get into the locked gate. I would definitely recommend, if you want to farm up some blueprints, getting in and doing this event. It is probably one of the best, if not the best event for farming blueprints at the moment. That's all for now, people. Stay safe out there, and I shall talk to you in the next one.